Hey guys, welcome back to Fiction Talk. So I'm really excited because I had just published my latest book, which is Seasonal Crisis, Battle of the Boats. It's a middle grade kids action adventure book. And I actually originally wrote this story in middle school in 2009. And the poster is actually right behind me, so it features the main characters and the villains of the story. But you can see this is the original notebook that I wrote the story in. And it's very poorly sketched characters, but it's okay. But this is from April 15th, 2009 to July 5th, 2009. So it took me about like 2 to 3 months to write the story. And this is the final, much better version of the book looks like from front to back. But at the time, I was learning about the animal food chain in middle school. So we were learning about carnivores, omnivores, and herbivores, and the different, classification of animals based on like their nutrition, based on their diet. For some reason, I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I used to just get really hyper focused and obsessed with things. So I guess I was obsessed with that at that time. And so I was also kind of obsessed with this like drawing book that I think that my mom gave me, but it was basically teaching you like how to draw different animals. And so I think that, coupled with what was going on in science class, coupled with just my love for storytelling and action adventure stories, all kind of came together to formulate the idea for this book. But it is available on Amazon now as ebook and as a paperback version. So I'll drop the link in my bio or in the description based on whatever you're watching this. But yeah, so the story in terms of like publishing the book took about 2 years. So I started the process back in fall of 2022. That's when I decided to actually like take this project forward and actually release it to the masses. So fall 2022 is when I started to kind of revamp the story, like reassess the characters, reassess the plot. It took me like maybe, I guess, like a year before I kind of like finished the story, and then kind of went through like the other processes, which include proofreading and interior design, formatting, all that stuff, illustrations, of course. But this story is really exciting because it features different animals who are all entrepreneurs or business owners in their own different way. So the main character is Turbo Tightrope, who's the red cardinal in the background. He is pivoting kind of in his jobs because the economy is suffering because carnivores are oppressing the herbivores and the omnivores. They're stealing their resources, they're stealing their food, they're contaminating their water system, their air, everything. And they're also stealing from their businesses and their crops as well. So Turbo, who used to be a messenger bird, now has to change his job and become a neighborhood watch security. And that's because Vindo, who is the villain in the boat, the dog, not the lion, has created all of these laws that have kind of divided the animals, that keeps them segregated and doesn't allow them to communicate very easily. So because he used to be a messenger bird, he can no longer communicate and do his job properly, so he has to find a different job to support himself. And so I'll go into more of the characters later, maybe another video, but each character has their own, business or a way of supporting themselves in the economy that is impacted by some way by Vindo. And so that's pretty much the story. Is these Turbo and his friends kind of coming together to fight and protest against Vindo and the carnivore army. They all have their reasons to fight and join the fight for freedom. And then throughout this adventure, there's many dangerous, experiences and excursions that they experience along the way. So it's a really simple but fun and short story. It's actually supposed to be a part two, so the story doesn't get wrapped up in the 8 chapters that the book is. But I'm excited to share more about the story over these next few days and next few weeks. Currently working on, marketing and stuff like that. So yeah, I look forward to telling you guys more about the story.